What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding. In this video, I'm discussing multiple-time 212 Mr Olympia runner-up Derek Lunsford as he's 13 weeks out right now. We have photos and videos of him looking absolutely insane. Also, discuss how he matches up with current 212 Mr Olympia champion Kamal Elgargni, and also the potential comeback of a 212 Mr Olympia bodybuilding legend. Got all that plus much more coming up in this video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. What's up, desktopers? Now, before we get into this video, I want to encourage you guys, if you like and appreciate this content, please give this video a thumbs up and smash that like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up for myself, Xavier Wills, at Desktop Bodybuilding. We've got bodybuilding news, we've got bodybuilding interviews, contest coverage, and videos just like this, so make sure you do subscribe. So let's get into this one. Derek Lunsford, 13 weeks out here. He's actually at Carbon Culture, which is Brandon Curry's new Carbon Culture in the US somewhere. Sorry, I'll put the address just below here so you guys can check out the actual Carbon Culture that it is. And he's looking absolutely nuts. This video is courtesy of the Boston Mass on YouTube, which is Jose Raymond's YouTube channel as well. And on a side note, Jose Raymond is the 212 bodybuilding legend that might be making a comeback. He said he's 50-50 on it in an interview I heard with Ron Harris from Muscular Development. And he's looking pretty good. He's definitely packed a lot of the size back on. He's looking really, really good. But let's discuss Derek Lunsford. So he is looking enormous in these videos. And when I say, we see a lot of these updates and these guys look huge, but Derek Lunsford's almost on his own level. He just has crazy proportions. Jose Raymond, I interviewed him recently, and he said Derek Lunsford has just the best silhouette out there. And I when I heard that, and he said better than Flex Lewis, and I was like, But when I look at him, he does. So he's just crazy, and I'll get to those photos from last year's Olympia very, very soon, and I'll compare him to Kamal Elgargni, who's the current 212 champion as well. But let's just appreciate how good Derek Lunsford is looking right now. And when you even look at him, he's got the striations in his quad there already in this video, and he's got some lines that aren't typically there for 13 weeks out for most guys. And traditionally, Derek's actually been ready, or at least he looks ready early. He'll get those lines that come through, but he looks like he's got a bit of water over him obviously now. And he has the lines that come in deeper and deeper and deeper, but he doesn't get that real graininess that like a Jose Raymond gets, or a Kamal Elgargni. They get that real graininess, but these guys are a lot older. So Kamal is 47 years old, 20 years Derek Lunsford Sr., who's only 27 right now. So obviously Derek Lunsford has all the time in the world to win multiple Olympia titles. When you think about it, if he can win the 212 Olympia this year, who's to say that he couldn't win as long as Kamal? I mean, it's very unlikely because we haven't seen that in bodybuilding history at all. But imagine if a guy could win 15 212 Olympia titles. Like how would they be ranked in terms of the all-time rankings of bodybuilders? But I think regardless, I think Derek Lunsford's destined for the open class, and I think he's destined to potentially be an Open Mr Olympia winner. That's how good I think Derek Lunsford is. So let's look at how he matches up with Kamal Elgargni. So Derek Lunsford here, you see him in the front relaxed pose. That is insane. And that's what Jose Raymond's talking about when he says this guy has the best silhouette out there. Or he has the best silhouette in the 212s, at least I believe he said. And it's just absolutely crazy. It's insane. And when you compare him to Kamal, you go, okay, the difference is conditioning. And that's all it is for Derek Lunsford right now. It is just conditioning and then getting that razor hardness and getting that water out. And I don't know if it's that he's coming in, I doubt it's too flat because he looks absolutely enormous. So I don't think that's the issue, but it is, it does happen sometimes that guys, their muscles are a little bit flat and doesn't push against the skin, but I don't think that's the issue from Derek Lunsford. It could potentially be over dieting though, because that does sometimes happen. He can still have those freaky proportions, but probably not it as well. But he has been ready early the last few years, so who knows, that could be the issue. But I'm looking forward to hopefully interviewing Derek Lunsford very soon and hopefully getting those answers from him and what he thinks, I suppose, has been the little issue around his conditioning, because once he nails it, this dude is going to reel off a lot of wins, in my opinion. But Kamal, you can see he's got that granite conditioning, but he doesn't have near the shape that Derek Lunsford has. So when you really compare them, they are apples and oranges, which is the classic bodybuilding terminology when two guys have totally different physiques. But it really is the analogy here, because Kamal, he's getting old, he's 47. He doesn't have a flowing shape. His quads, while they look great, because they come in hard, they're not round anymore. The teardrop's still there, but the rest of the quad isn't as impressive, like the outer sweep and whatnot. But he does bring supreme conditioning. The muscle, you can tell, he's just absolutely granite, and he needs to be rewarded from that. And he was rewarded, obviously, last year. So, my opinion, if Derek Lunsford comes in at even good conditioning, so just say, look at Brandon Curry winning the Olympia last year, or even a little bit less than that. If Derek Lunsford can get to that and have that same sort of hardness, he wins the 212 2020 Mr. Olympia, in my opinion. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Does Derek Lunsford win the 2020 212 Mr. Olympia, or do you have no idea because it's all based on conditioning? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And do you think that he can win the Open Mr. Olympia one day? Because in my opinion, Derek Lunsford can achieve that. And I'd love to see a 212 champion, which I assume he would do before he goes to the Open, win the Open Mr. Olympia. And who knows, it might even happen this year with Flex Lewis, with him looking absolutely nuts. So I'd love to see that Flex Lewis and Derek Lunsford battling it out in the Open Mr. Olympia as well. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you guys like and appreciate this content, please give me a thumbs up, smash that like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell button. And if you want to really support the channel, head to hostile.com, HOSSTILE.com. And you guys hear this from me a lot, but just literally go to that URL. The link is in the description as well. Use ZAVE10, XAV10. You'll save yourself 10% off some amazing, amazing supplements. Also, they have a new flavor. It's grape bubblegum in the Hostility, which is their pre-workout, which has a little bit of the stimulants in there. And it's an insane product. I use the Blood Shot more often because my body doesn't love stimulants too much. But I am getting this grape bubblegum Hostility, and I will use a little bit of that as well, just to test out the flavor and see how it is. So make sure you head to hostile.com. That's it for another video. For Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, we are out.